All right, all right, all right. Give me 1 second here. I gotta do something real quick. All right, there we go. I had to get my actual chat behind here so I could see what I was doing. Just gonna play a little car mechanic simulator to say thank you to a few of my friends. One in particular would be Sergeant Mom. She had a 69 GTO. Obviously, I don't think it was a Judge, but it was a GTO. So I wanted to do a special thank you car to let her know that I appreciate what she did. And she wasn't the only one. There was a few of them involved in this. Mushroom Gaming, if you don't know. Da Vinci, Da Vinci Gaming, also another great guy and channel. And of course, it wouldn't be the world right without the Restless Squirrel. Yes, the Restless Squirrel. So what we're going to do is we're going to take and rebuild this entire car. And I have a special paint job for it. So we're going to put the special paint job on it. Hopefully the sounds are all good, not too loud, too annoying or other. Alright, anything else? Gotta take the rest of the body apart entirely, I'd imagine. So let's just hop right to it and start dismantling this bugger. I did buy a lot of the parts. I have a bunch of the parts already on hand. So this shouldn't take quite as long. Just remove all of this stuff. And I'm not even going to bother with painting or with repairing any of the parts because I already have all that stuff set up. Oh, yeah, we need this one. Good, good. Looks good. Sounds good. Glad to hear it. Interior. Install. Got some nice seats we're going to put in this one. I think I got it. Yep, got a nice steering wheel going to put in this one also. I don't believe I can get. I can get a back seat. Good, good. All right. Let's build the body so we can at least see what we're dealing with here. Oh, no, no. That's one part I didn't grab. I doubt it'll work. Let's try. Let's try. Oh, this one right here. Oh, it worked. Great. We have a body. All the rest of the parts I know I actually bought and have on hand. If I'm missing something, that's what the shop is for. You just pick it up, make it happen. This should be a fun little project though. The paint job itself is what the whole video is. Oh, no back bumper? Really? Really? 2 tail lights and no back bumper. Interesting. And a hood. Okay. Back bumper and a hood. Guess I wasn't completely set up with the body, which is fine. Alright. Give me some grief there, whatever. Alright, so we got back bumper and hood. I know I don't have the back bumper, but I think I have the hood. That works. Alright. We got the majority of the car again. Let's go get a bumper. This might take a second between screens to load. That's front bumper. Rear bumper. Alright. Oh, got a window. Alright, let's get her up in the air and get her tore apart. Get these rusty old pieces off of here. Some of the sounds are rather annoying. Most of them are pretty decent. Of all the games I have and all the games I've played, Solitaire would probably be about the one I've probably played the most in my life. But I got over 1,700 hours worth of video in this game alone. Which, of all the games I've ever played, by far, the #1 favorite game I've ever owned. It just simply is. Anybody in chat actually own this game by chance? My buddy Hurst Quasar, he plays this game quite often, and he has a movie car series and a Rat to Rod series of this very game. In the Rat to Rod, he'll go to the junkyard, pick up a car under 150,000 miles, and restore it to something cool. In the movie series, he takes a car and makes it for one out of a movie. As close as the game allows to replicate, I should say. His videos are usually about an hour. This one should be roughly about the same, give or take a little shorter. Simply because I have a lot of the parts already pre-purchased and on hand. Most of, I believe. And I have a motor already built. As you can see, this one's orange. We won't be going with that motor. We got something with a little more pep in it than that. The new Car Mechanic Sim 2021 is coming out. They have officially released a demo, and many are speculating it should be out in June, July, or August, somewhere around in middle of the year. I believe that would be beginning of third quarter, if not sooner. There's a lot of hype for it. A lot of people really want to watch it and play it. And granted, as far as simulations go, this game isn't for everyone. but it is 100% better than a shelf stacking simulator. Actually, as far as learning some real life applicable stuff from this game, yeah, actually you could. You could get some basic understandings of car parts and certain aspects of it. However, there would be torque specs and a bunch of other things that would be lacking in the reality application. But for the most part, you know, there's quite a bit about this game that's within range of acceptable. Alright, so now we have the car completely tore apart underneath. Now, right click and reassemble the whole thing with all nice new shiny parts. And as you can see, this quality number here, a normal part is just normal, it's whatever. Quality actually raises the value of the car, and in the motor, it actually raises the performance as well. And I believe the motor I have built for this, that's not correct. Plus, you probably wouldn't be able to put the spring on, although this style maybe, but some aspects ain't actually correct. However, they are what they are in the game. No, 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 no. Get. I need some front wheel hubs. Interesting. Oh, no. I knew I was forgetting something. Alright, so this one won't be quality, but it will be brand new. And 5 is the maximum of quality. And there is a long-term goal to this game to create a car that has every part possible upgraded to a quality level 5. And so far, I do not have all the parts. So that will be a much longer term goal for me eventually. I can really do without that rustling bag sound effect. Of all the sounds in the game, it's one you cannot turn off, which is annoying. Alright, just about got the underside overdone here. Check all my pieces. And I do have a set of tires set up for this. I do not know exactly what kind of wheels she had on her car, but I do know what kind of wheels are going on this one. Favorite car ever? Dream car? Oh, I don't have real shocks. Favorite car ever? I could tell you, honestly, there's just too dang many of them. 71 Hemi Cuda, 72 El Camino, 68, 69 Corvette, any and every Monte Carlo, 80s G-body, GM, just about all of them. Certainly not a Ford guy myself. No offense to those who are. They are good cars to those who like them. Just totally not my thing. As far as classic cars, yeah, to an extent, mostly muscle car. I would prefer the term muscle car over classic car. However, you start talking 1920s and 30s Duesenbergs and Packards and Pace Arrows and Stutz and yeah, I mean, when you just see one at a car show, you just can't help but stand there and go, "Wow!" I mean, they're just amazing cars. So, I mean, I'm a car guy. I'm not really so specifically. Oh, it's this year, this era, this style only. To me, it's about how the light reflects off of the chrome and how the paint gleams and glistens in certain lights and how the whole thing has its own story and history and just like each human, you know, when it gets a little scratch on it, that's character. That's a story. It came from somewhere. But yeah, there's a lot to the car world, and you know, I'm not specifically just cars either. I like my Chevy trucks and certain older Dodge trucks and Toyota truck. You know, it'd be really neat if somebody would actually come up with the model for the Toyota Titan, Tacoma, and Tundra, the three vehicles. I've built models most of my life since I was a young little kid, so like I said, cars have been kind of my passion my whole life. Alright, I think I can add those. I'm gonna wait on them and them. Alright. Underbody's done. Just got fresh new brakes. Alright, let's get the motor out of here. Oh, yeah, I knew it. These parts. Blasted things. Alright. Now we can take it out. Alright, motor's out. Get this stuff out of here. Should never put a radiator in before a motor. They're usually going to get beat up and banged up, but this is a game, not a real world. The brakes, you don't have to put any fluid in it, don't have to bleed the lines. So yeah, there's a lot to be desired. However, in 2021's version, there will be brake fluid, antifreeze, and I believe windshield washer fluid. I believe. Alright, so this here, obviously it's a V8, dual carb. To be honest, some would say it's a small block, but it's not, as the exhaust being separated in the middle makes this a big block. And with the 5 bolts on the outside, this cover is a big block. So this could be anywhere from a 400, 396, 454, 427. This is a big motor. Let's just put it that way. And with dual carbs, it's a nice motor at that. And in this car, it is probably going to look sexy. So don't mind me if I get the quivers real quick. Yep. Yep. Throw some oil in this bad boy. Sounds like Mar drinking. Glug, 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 glug. I'm kidding, bro. Yeah, this thing's got performance wires, headers, fuel, carburetor intake, air cleaner. She's all maxed out with performance parts, inside and outside. As far as how the motors go together, you can learn quite a bit about cars as far as that goes. But again, there's going to be a lot of limits because there's no torque specs and things of that nature. Right. Hey, they do line up. Good deal. Performance transmission. If you ever had to change a transmission on a real car, on a V8 like this, there's a couple of clicks and a few bolts. Yeah, that is totally not real. They're a bugger and a bear to put in, that's all I can say. Drive shaft doesn't normally have 4 bolts on the front. It's usually got a slide yoke that slips up in there. And then in the back it's got the 4 bolts. But it's a game. What can you do? Alright, let's throw some tires on this bad boy, shall we? Oh, we got 265, 235s on the front. Oh, come on. We're just about ready for a paint job here, folks. Let's go back this way. So anyway, the main purpose of this video was to say thank you to Linda, Mushroom, Da Vinci, Squirrel, and anyone else who had a hand in me getting a computer so I could play the games with these folks, along with enjoying my own free time games here and there. Alright, we got 3 parts left to put on it and a paint job. And no car is ever complete without running it through the to the dyno. Got that one. And because that is the deal, I made special plates to say thank you. And the paint job itself is actually the thank you itself. Yeah, sure, she looks good in black, but no, get closer. There we go. Let's go see what she's got for horsepower numbers first. Gotta love me cars. Alright. Base horsepower is 306 with 397 foot-pounds of torque. We should be running somewhere between 7 and 900 horsepower. Roughly. Hmm. 677. Good enough. Good enough. Considering it had a 383 6-pack in it, which I don't think this car would have ever had, although you could modify it to do so. Alright, so now comes the fun part. We get to put a paint job on it. And then we also got this one here I get to play around with. I got some fun stuff to do on that one. Paint booth. This is where I spend a lot of my time in this game. Sometimes I'll just get the body all nice and cleaned up, put some new wheels on it, maybe brake discs and not even mess with the rest. Do some custom paint jobs on them, and that's about it. But today, this car, even though it's super sexy and black, Linda said her car was blue. She didn't tell me what color blue, just that it was blue. And let's see, we gotta put some color in it. We'll crank that all the way up, and then we can find some blue in here. That's almost purple. Let's see if that works. Yeah. Need my rear bumper. There we go. Alright, you see the little mushroom on there? It's got a little mushroom. There's a whole lot more on this car than just the mushroom. It's a custom, one-of-a-kind, special paint job. Specifically to say thank you. And as you can see, there's another little mushroom. And there's the Undead Plague, which is a group of people supporting each other, streamers. Crouch. And there's the old Mushroom Gaming. If you haven't been to his channel and hung out, good stuff, good content. And then we got Da Vinci Gaming, great guy, plays some pretty awesome fun stuff. And then we got the squirrel, Meow. How does the squirrel say meow? Any way it wants to. And this one, for some reason, I could not get it to go further to the right without showing up on the wheel well right here and on the front. So I did it on the back. Special thanks to Linda, aka Sergeant Mom, Da Vinci Gaming, Mushroom Gaming, and Chris. Yes, Chris Munns also. I chose not to put the last name for anonymity purpose, Chris Munns, but thank you very much. Sorry not to have mentioned that earlier. And of course, the Meow Meow. And then that's a lot of nuts. And then up here, this is actually Da Vinci's banner above his page. I used it for racing stripes on both sides. I really love the art style and graphics of it, so I added it on there. And then of course we got the old GTO, almost Oldsmobile 442 styling pinstripe. And of course I had to have my own little logo up here. It is the tachometer by all means right here. So let's take her out this way and look her over without these bright lights on it. Looks blue to me, doesn't it? It's so hard to get certain JPEGs to work on this game. Well, hi Steve, how's it going? But to get the graphics to look decent and then to try and figure out how I want to get these to work together, and Linda does have an avatar but doesn't have a page avatar per se. And Chris, he has a picture of himself, so I didn't really want to put him in the public view that way, but I do want to say thank you to him nonetheless. Let's have a seat in these nice comfy looking seats. We got this great looking dash. I can imagine the speedometer being pegged right about here, 110, 120, just floating down the road. Hey, where's the visors? Gonna get bright in the sun. Nice pistol or shifter. Can we start it? Shiver me timbers. Oh, where do we want? We want to go to the speed trap? Let's do it. Let's go do some drag racing in it real quick. I guarantee you she's going to want to spin the tires, but let's go to the drag strip. Brand new, fully rebuilt. Haven't tweaked on the transmission yet, so I doubt it's going to do 200. It'll probably get close to 170, 190 roughly. Let's see. We got to get out of there. All right. We ready? Little squirrely. No, she maxed out at 150. Oh, we got some tweaking to do now. All right. We can't have that. We got to get over 150. The original car would have no problem. You take a Pontiac 400 and yeah, 150 is kind of child's play. There are some cars in this game, like the Viper with 1400 horsepower, that you can't even get into second gear and it's just doing donuts. Totally unrealistically unable to drive it. Alright, so let's add another gear. Let's raise this up so we can go a little faster. Pull a little more of this in there. And we'll drop a little of that as well. Let's go to about 220 something. That'll work. Alright. Let's go see if we can get over the 200-mile-an-hour range. There is also a road course on here, but driving with WASD sucks. That's all there is to it. It just sucks. Point blank. Now, I've been able to play this game for, oh god, over a year now on my laptop, and I've had a blast with it. Transferring files onto this computer has been a pain in the butt. There we go. Keep climbing, buddy. Keep climbing. Will we get to 200? So close. 196 miles an hour. 196, and we didn't quite get there. But that seems a lot more like it. I don't think this stream was intended to be very long. It was more of a specific thank you to Mushroom for gathering some people together with the desire to help a local guy out like me. Sergeant Mom, who probably had an awful lot to do with it. Chris, Da Vinci, and Squirrel. Clearly, supportive by all means. These are some very fine people, and I'm sure there's others that had they known or been asked at the time, they probably would have helped as well. So, no harm, no foul. And it's all about that right there, saying thank you. And since Sergeant Mom lives in South Carolina, so I had to go with the Carolina plates. Just had to. She's sexy, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yep. She's sexy. Matter of fact, let's see. Let's pull this one down up that far. Pull a little more gear into it. If I go back on the track with it, it should actually hit the 200-mile-an-hour range finally. And it bleeds through some of the bummers of the game, huh? But she is a nice little car. It's been a fun little stream. I appreciate those of you who showed up to watch. Thank you for the likes. And at some point, this one was going to be a video, as I have a paint job set up for this one already as well. And as you can see, none of the undercarriage is done, the motor's not done, blah, 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 blah. So just like the other one, I'll take it all apart, put it all back together, have a little conversation and some fun, and get this one back on the road. So meanwhile, I'm going to crank up some music over here, do a little outro kind of concept. It's not going to work on there. All right, that's fine. And I will see you guys later with another stream, either sometime today or to be determined, because I have a game I want to play and I would love to do it live just because it's a fun, amusing, cute, wonderful, awesome game. So between now and then, thank you for stopping by. Thank you, Mushroom, Linda, Chris, Da Vinci, Squirrel, the Undead Plague. Thank you all for helping me get a computer. And with that, I will say sayonara.